The role of criminal history in supporting long-term abuse and sex trafficking victims. Introduction. In the complex and often harrowing world of long-term abuse and sex trafficking, victims frequently find themselves entangled in criminal activities, either as a means of survival or as a result of coercion by their abusers. Understanding how criminal history can be used as supporting evidence in these cases is crucial for providing justice and support to the victims. The intersection of crime and victimhood. Victims of long-term abuse and sex trafficking often have criminal records that reflect the coercive and manipulative environments they have been subjected to. These records may include charges for drug possession, theft, or even prostitution, crimes they were forced to commit under duress. Recognizing the context behind these criminal activities is essential for understanding the full scope of their victimization. Legal frameworks and precedents. Several legal frameworks and precedents highlight the importance of considering a victim's criminal history in abuse and trafficking cases. For instance, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act (TVPA) in the United States provides guidelines for identifying and supporting trafficking victims, including those with criminal records. Courts have increasingly acknowledged that these records can serve as evidence of the coercive control exerted by traffickers and abusers. Case studies. Examining case studies where criminal history has been used to support victims can provide valuable insights. For example, in the case of Jane Doe v. United States, the court recognized that Jane's criminal activities were a direct result of her trafficker's coercion. This acknowledgement led to a more comprehensive understanding of her victimization and, ultimately, a more just outcome. Threats and coercion. Abusers and traffickers often use threats of harm and death to children and family members to coerce victims into sexual acts, criminal activities, violence, and concealment of crimes. These threats serve to deter victims from disclosing their situation to law enforcement or family members, further entrenching them in a cycle of abuse and criminality. Recognizing these threats as part of the coercive control can provide a deeper understanding of the victim's actions and experiences. Situations. Coerced criminal acts. Imagine a victim, Maria, who was lured into a trafficking situation under the guise of a better job opportunity. Once in the trafficker's control, she was forced into prostitution. To ensure compliance, the trafficker threatened to harm her younger siblings if she disobeyed. Maria's criminal record soon included charges for solicitation and drug possession, as she was coerced into using drugs to keep her docile and dependent. Her criminal history, when viewed without context, painted her as a repeat offender, but in reality it was a testament to her victimization. Concealment of crimes. In another case, Sarah was trafficked by a man who presented himself as a loving partner. Over time, he exerted control through physical and emotional abuse, threatening to kill her family if she tried to leave. Sarah was forced to participate in shoplifting and burglary to provide for her trafficker's demands. When arrested, she remained silent about her situation out of fear for her family's safety. Her criminal record for theft and burglary did not reflect the duress and threats she endured to protect her loved ones. Deterring disclosure. John was trafficked as a teenager, coerced into working for a criminal gang. The gang leaders used brutal violence and threats of death against his family to ensure his compliance. John was arrested multiple times for gang-related activities, including assault and drug trafficking. Despite his criminal record, he was a victim who had been manipulated and terrorized into committing these acts. The gang's threats made it impossible for him to disclose his situation to law enforcement, without fearing severe repercussions for his family. Legal challenges and advocacy. legal systems face significant challenges when addressing the complexities of cases involving victims with criminal histories. Advocates for victims must work tirelessly to ensure that the legal framework acknowledges the coercive environments that lead to criminal activities. This includes educating law enforcement, prosecutors, and judges about the dynamics of trafficking and abuse, and the role of coercion in compelling victims to commit crimes. One approach is the implementation of safe harbor laws that provide protections for trafficking victims, ensuring that their criminal records do not overshadow their victimization. These laws can offer immunity from prosecution for crimes committed under duress, expungement of criminal records, and access to support services. Support services and rehabilitation. Beyond the legal framework, providing comprehensive support services for victims is essential for their recovery and reintegration into society. This includes trauma-informed care, counseling, and legal assistance to help victims navigate the complexities of their criminal records. Rehabilitation programs should focus on addressing the underlying trauma and providing victims with the tools they need to rebuild their lives. Organizations that specialize in supporting trafficking victims play a crucial role in this process. They offer safe housing, job training, education, and psychological support, helping victims regain their autonomy and independence. By addressing the root causes of their criminal behavior and providing a supportive environment, these organizations can help victims break free from the cycle of abuse and criminality. Conclusion. Incorporating criminal history as supporting evidence in long-term abuse and sex trafficking cases is a vital step towards achieving justice for victims. By recognizing the coercive environments that lead to criminal activities, legal systems can provide more comprehensive support and protection for those who have suffered immensely. It is crucial to approach these cases with sensitivity, understanding, and a commitment to addressing the unique challenges faced by each victim. This article was converted for free by the courtesy of Audio Read. If you enjoy the service, please consider upgrading your plan to listen to up to 500,000 words per article. Simply go to audioread.com/ad and you'll see the upgrade option. Your support helps us keep making the service better. Thank you.